Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a very pleasant night to you, my precious pack, and welcome back once more to Vega Conflict. And today I decided we're going to take a look at the campaign, more specifically the Altarian, Umbral, and Pharmacon campaign to earn stuff. Because I keep seeing people returning and asking questions that I just don't have the answer to, because it's been a good long while since I've used them. So I figure the best way to do so is to both take a look at the campaign to see what it has to offer, which, if I'm not mistaken, is basically all of Tier 7 and Tier 8. And yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? Okay, first thing I want to do is take a look at the campaign's prizes. So first set is Elite Altarian, Elite Altarian, Elite Altarian, Elite Altarian. Alright, so you basically get Tier 7 stuff for the first completion, as well as base upgrades and stuff like that. For the second run, you get all of Tier 7 and all of Tier 8's blueprint tech. Surge, Kai, Salon. Yeah, it does look like you get all of it. Spectres, those are for the Dreadnought. I mean, Zealots. Yeah, alright, and run 3 is Pharmacon. Okay. Tier 7 and Tier 8. And finally will be the Umbral, which in my eyes is the best in regards to just general usage, where you can just turn the AI on and forget about it. Could have sworn they had more weapons than that. Nova Cannon, Atomic Driver, the mirrors for the spawn, Cyclic Driver, Nova Driver, Astral Driver. Okay, Nova. Okay, I was just. Let's actually get started with the campaign stuff sitting here. So let's take a look at what the first run has to offer. And just so you know, I'll be using Tier 11 Dreadnoughts, so I can more or less just auto them after I'm done looking at them. But let's jump right into it. Okay.
Moving out.
Turn around. Let's see here. It is all Mark 1 Altarian, 1 Altarian, Mark 3, and Mark 3. Let's go on the offensive then.
En route.
Forgot the insane range that Bastions had.
Moving out. En route. On our way.
Okay, so the first run for the free elite fleet of Altarians is mostly Mark 1 and Mark 3 stuff, the 2 waves.
Proceeding to destination.
If you actually run away with a faster vessel with a large firing arc, you should be able to kite them. And these ones, they only trigger when they're hit with stasis, so as long as you don't use any stasis weapons, you're not going to have any issues with them. And that's it.
On our way.
So that was run 1. Let's see what the others have. Come on. Okay, there we go. Congratulations, you've gotten all this nice free elite stuff. Let's go to the next one. Run 2 of 6, and this is for all of their blueprint tech. Any different, or is it basically the same thing? Nope, it is in fact different. Okay. Mark 5, Mark 5, Mark 5, and Dreadnought at the back. And once again, due to difference in speed, you could easily turn away, kite these ones, blow them up, and then engage the Sovereign alone. And same can be done with these, because the destroyers are faster than the dreadnought by a little bit? No, they're all around the same speed. You can't kite it. Okay. Back to base, come on.
Repair completed.
Okay, let's go to the next one. And now we're going to start the Pharmacon portion of the campaign. And once again, away we go. Okay, surrounded by Trojans and Omegas. Looks like they're all elite. Leader Mark 5, okay. And we got Omegas and Trojans over here. Omegas and Trojans. Omegas. And another Omega. Okay, so it's basically all just their cruisers and the Omega. The Omega is the biggest threat because every time it pops out of phase space, it'll fire its little beam. There it is. If I remember correctly, it applies damage over time. Or did it? Was that before damage over time was a major thing? Or was it just damage? I'll have to check later on. I'm not going to check it now because I want to take care of this, and then more or less just kick back and relax and keep an eye on game updates and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of updates that are going live today that I'm interested in having a quick look at.
Proceeding to destination. On our way.
And this will be for the elite Pharmacon fleet. And now let's collect the blueprints. Oh, and I didn't give any tips there, but as you could probably guess, you could mostly just string them along. Kind of. When you're dealing with Pharmacon, it's easier to just bunch them up and just AoE damage them out, because the more you hit at once, the less their charged value will be able to counter, and yada yada yada. The reason I'm talking like that is because I'm a little bit tired at the moment. Like 95% of the other times. Okay. Group of 4. Group of 4. And Dreadnought. There we go. We see the first introduction of the Daemons. Too bad they're nowhere near what they used to be, where you had a stealthy battleship that could go anywhere, so please. Wait, what mark level were all those? Elite and Mark 5. Elite, Elite, Elite. And then Mark 1. So literally just a default segfault.
En route.
Where do you think you're going? Get over there.
Mobilizing.
Oh yeah, you're immune to the plasma. You can go right through that. That's something everyone else that's doing the campaigns will have to keep in mind. Your vessels may not have immunity to it, so go around it.
En route.
Just that little tip.
On our way. En route. On our way. Proceeding to destination.
It looks like we might have a 20-minute video today. Either 20 or 15. And there's all those blueprints. Now we can start with the Umbral, which is, in my eyes, the best faction for their tiers. Tier for tier. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's get the elite fleet. I recognize this one. Yeah. Manticore battleships. Got little frigates. Aracos. You got the behemoth at the back. Look at that big old goofball. Our first ever dreadnought that we got our hands on, the behemoth. Then we had the orator, and then we had the segfault. Forgot how slow it was to turn. Meanwhile, you look back at the dreadnoughts nowadays, and they just, you know, think whip around. It's been a while since I've seen an Araco. Been a little while since I've seen a dragon's head too. That big old goofball. Dreadnought from a simpler time. Meanwhile, you just have to think it's about to one-shot it. And that is their fleet. Since they're not Pharmacon, you can kite them, so you could break that up and you could actually lure them out. Kind of. Your best bet in that situation would probably be battleships. Keep them at a distance, you just hammer away at them. Okay, let's collect all their blueprints now. And this is the final run, I just realized that, so... I was right. About 15 minutes. Okay, what do we got? Mark 5, we got Wraiths, Manticores. Can never remember the name of the frigates. And we've got Alien Harvester and Reapers. You know something? It would be nice if they would add the Alien Harvester that we get, since it's an Axis vessel in the game, to the Axis campaign, just a little bit of a tidbit. Give the tier 6.5 players that are going after the tier 7 campaign that little bit of an extra punch in their fleets. Because it is a dreadnought. It's the first one you can technically get in regards to ranking, because it's tier 6.5. It was tier 6, tier 6.5, tier 7, tier 8. They didn't do a half tier. Well, they did the intermittent vessels where it was just the in-between portion where it was the transitional vessel. But I wouldn't really say that they were anything special. And that's it. My suggestion for that fight? Kite. Just take some long-range vessels, preferably battleships, and just more or less turn them to a certain degree and just strafe away. Have some stasis weapons or things like that ready and on hand.
Repair completed.
That's it. Thank you for joining me today as I was just re-engaging with all of that and trying to wake my tired mind up a little bit during the night. Just more or less help me keep going till my 5 a.m. bedtime. But that's going to be it for now, everybody. As for the campaigns, definitely talk about it in the comment section, and if you already know how to use lower tier stuff to get through this, definitely leave a comment down there about that, and I'll go ahead and I'll pin that for everyone else that's watching, so any other returning players will at least have that little thing going for them. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and I'll call it good here, and I'm going to start working towards the final video of this week. So, I'll see you all again later, but be safe out there. Happy hunting, and as always, I'll see you later.